Good evening. Welcome to RPTV. I'm Craig Stagner coming to you from the JK Auto Repair Studio. JK Auto Repair is a full-service car care provider at 2301 Selmore Road in Ozark, Missouri. Go over and see them. Let Zach take care of you. Tell him you heard about him here. This is the All Parts Auto Salvage midweek show. All Parts Auto Salvage with two locations in Springfield. 2600 North Benton is the salvage yard. 425 East Kearney is the parts store, and they are a certified retailer of Schaefer's Racing Motor Oil, as well as an official rental location for U-Haul, so they can take care of all your needs. Let Alton and Krista take good care of you. Well, we're starting the show a little bit early tonight, and we'll discuss it why here coming up pretty soon. We've got a very special guest that has a what they call in the business a hard out, has a engagement that needs to get to, so that'll be coming up here just shortly. We were at Polk County RC Raceway in Bolivar. We talked about that on Sunday. We weren't able to give you the results because the race hadn't finished up yet. Well, the drag races, we're going to give those to you here right now. The top 10 out of 90 entries. Now, these racers, some of them were doing multiple cars, and you'll see that here. Joe Bennett is your winner, followed by Raymond Goodwin. This young lady, we'll talk more about her in just a second. Mackenzie Reynolds, Joe Bennett with his second entry, Paul West, Matt Harris, Justin West, and Bob West. You got three Wests right there in the top 10. They did real well. Michael Maggard and Rusty Farrell. So congratulations to them. Now, I mentioned there we'd talk more about Mackenzie Reynolds. This is Mackenzie. We showed you a picture of her from early in the day before I knew how the races went. She was there with her grandpa. Well, the question you may have about RC drag racing is kind of one of the first things I asked, which was how expensive, tough is it to get into this and be competitive? Well, this young lady right here finished third with Towmater. Not only was she running Towmater's only got 3 tires. So if this young lady can finish in the top 3 with a 3-wheeled Towmater, you obviously can get out there and have a good time, but I wouldn't put money on you against her because Mackenzie Reynolds just may take your money, and so I'll probably bet on her, actually. So congratulations to them. Now, the racing a week ago, this past Tuesday, we had the results. We don't have last night's results just yet, but we're going to give you the results from the past Tuesday. This is a quick look at the off-road course. When they're doing the road course, they take these jumps off, but they go up this quarter pipe style ramp here on the dirt, or on the carpet. Your four-wheel drive buggy winner was Dave Farrell. Expert SCT class was Kenny Hogan. The buggy class, Clayton Mitchell. Stock slash was Brandon Clymore. Sportsman buggy, Dave Farrell again. And novice class was Bryson Dinwiddie. A great time, and we'll talk about their upcoming schedule coming up here in a minute. Again, Polk County Raceway in Bolivar. Well, some of you saw that the AMA put a newsletter out this week discussing helmet cameras. More commonly, most of you would know GoPro is by far and away the biggest of those. This came out on Monday. Said that the following rule change was created through the AMA Competition Commission process. This change has been approved by the AMA Board of Directors and will go into effect January 1st, 2021. In short, all helmets must be intact and no modification may be made to their construction. Skip ahead to this. Not a platform to attach foreign objects. For example, cameras or other accessories are not permitted to be attached to the rider's helmet. Well, it says here, for more information, please contact the AMA Racing Department. So that's exactly what I did. I did some research so that I could give you some of the story on this. I reached out to Matthew Miles, who is in the part of the competition committee for the AMA motocross division. Now, what he was able to explain to me is that there is about 40 different divisions here. He started going through them. One of the first things I asked, is this going to affect the pros? No, it will not. This will be the amateurs. It's also not the FIM that has their own rules. It's there's just all sorts of this. There's the AMA motocross, there's AMA pro motocross, there's AMA supercross. There's all kinds of it. What this boils down to is this is going to be your basic amateur riders will not be allowed to put the GoPro style camera on top of their helmet effective January 1st. One of the things I asked him, I said, well, there's probably going to be a lot of kids getting GoPros for Christmas. Are they going to be finding out that this present that they got, they can't use? Not exactly. He said, don't read into between the lines. Just go with exactly what it says. That being, you can't put it on the helmet. There's no specifications that you can't wear the vest with the mount on it, that you put it on your bike, put it on your boot. You can put it just about anywhere on your person or your bike, just not on your helmet. Part of that was in 2019, they were regarding broadcasting rights. They didn't want you showing a whole race from a helmet cam and also from your cell phone. That's kind of an issue a lot of tracks have, but that was originally it. Now this past year, it has been a factor. Last year, Mike Moreau was a AMA, like an amateur pro-am. He was severely injured at Tampa in a supercross there. There was some debate as to whether the helmet was to blame. Also, Michael Schumacher was in, I believe, France in 2013, almost exactly 7 years ago, was injured in a downhill skiing accident. He's been in a vegetative state for 7 years now. Since then, there was some concerns to whether the helmet was compromised by the camera that was attached to it. He said that he didn't want to say that those were part of the reasons, but he agreed with my statement that he would be crazy to say that they didn't play a factor in that. Also, don't forget, the NFL last year settled a lawsuit with players for head injuries, $1 billion. If none of the rest of that got your attention, $1 billion certainly would. So there may be some clarifications on this coming, but for right now, no helmet cameras on top of your helmet affixed to it. You'll have to get your handlebar mount, something else. That's a new rule that is in effect, and that was verified by Matthew Miles from the AMA Competition Committee. Here's a look at a couple helmets that I spoke with him about, and he wasn't familiar with them. Bell has introduced a helmet. Last year they were working on this. This has the 360 camera built into it. That gives you the view all around. We've shown some videos like that before. And this one here, I don't remember the brand, but you can see, let's zoom in on that. That's your camera right there, built in right into the mouthpiece there. That wouldn't be a additional part. So either way, if your helmet is approved with that in it, you can use it. I expect there to be a lot of changes, a lot of clarifications on something this big, but for right now, don't go sticking that camera on top of your helmet. Some sad news to pass along from Bolivar Speedway from Monday. Longtime track photographer Skip Brooks, who is a Vietnam veteran, you can see there, that good-looking fella. He was battling cancer, doing the best he could battling it. Was actually in hospice at one time and then was sent home. Well, he couldn't do the photography anymore, couldn't get around. Well, that turkey, he said, well, you know what? Then I'm going to get me a quad and I'll just sit in the middle of the track and I'll be a track official. He went back to work. You got to love that, the tenacity of this young man. He went back to working at Bolivar Speedway as a track official. Well, unfortunately, Monday, his race was over. Skip Brooks, you will be missed. We hate to hear about it, that he's gone. A lot of fans of Skip Brooks saying a lot of great things about him this week. His wife also wanted us to know that a celebration of life will be coming this Sunday, December 20th, from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock at the Sugar Creek Veterans of Foreign War Kelsey Hall at 12810 East Kentucky Road in Independence, Missouri. We'll share this as a separate post here so you have that information if you're in the KC area. Rest in peace, Skip Brooks. Here's a look at your birthdays brought to you by Hodges Tree Trimming. Hodges Tree Trimming, we guarantee the best work at the best price. Birthday's coming up for this week. Friday, Jared Mysatek. He is a part of a pro mod team that comes out to Ozark Raceway Park. You'll see him sometimes out there. This is a great looking pro mod with Bengal Tiger on it. Great looking car. He has a birthday coming up on Friday. On Sunday, Brittany Farrell, part of that co-owner or running the drag portion of Polk County RC, as well as the co-track manager. Well, I say she's the co. She's probably actually the bigger part of that. It's Spokes BMX. Birthday coming up. Beth Gage, whose husband is Mike Gage from Memphis Street Outlaws. Both with birthdays coming up on Sunday. Monday, Jansen McCoy. Jansen's daughter Tinley is a arena cross racer. I don't know what all Jansen's had going on in addition to everything else, but I know he's been asking for some prayers. His family's going through some tough time. I kind of got the impression it was health related. So in addition to a birthday for Jansen, hey, kind of keep him in your thoughts. McCoys are good people. Tuesday, longtime buddy of mine, Greg Schmidley with the birthday coming up, as well as another friend, Bart Barrett. So birthdays for them. There's one real important birthday. I didn't forget it. Coming up on Saturday. The OG Stag, Ron Stagner, is going to turn 70 years old. Now, he was a little shy about this, a little sheepish about turning 70. But I'll be darned to tell you, if I make it to 70, I'm going to be real excited about that. So that's nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's something to be real proud of. Come on in. Ron Stagner, this was him. We got to go to PRI a few years ago, and this was a real treat for me because I was able to introduce my dad to some of the people that he loved watching on Street Outlaws. This is Dad with Reaper. There's a look at him with Farm Truck. And I didn't even notice at the time. I don't know if that's Chief back there or not, but there's Farm Truck. Now, the one person he said he wanted to meet out of all of the show and all of this whole convention was Chuck Sightseer, Death Trap. Well, we hadn't been inside the building 100 yards. He was still carrying equipment for me. And there was Chuck Sightseer, Death Trap. And Chuck couldn't have been nicer to my dad. Wanted to take him over, show him the car, tried to get my dad to climb in it and everything. Dad didn't want to do that. Said, oh, these knees, I better not. But Saturday, 70 years of age, Ron Stagner, and I can tell you, the only person with a bigger smile on his face in that picture was me, seeing my dad that happy, and seeing this old boy, Chuck Sightseer, put a smile on his face. Chuck, I'll never forget you for that. Thank you very much. And Dad, happy birthday to you. I love you so much. So much good, bad, and otherwise. So much of what makes me me is because of you. So happy birthday, Dad. Here's a look at your weekend forecast brought to you by Appleton Imaging. Appleton Imaging is an all-service photographer. Here is your weather today. It was cold, but it's going to start warming up. No outside races, but there are events going on, so you'll be able to make the trip up to the racing going on, and that is brought to you by All Parts Auto Salvage. All Parts Auto Salvage, 2 locations in Springfield. Let them help you fix your car. Polk County Raceway, that's what's going on this week. Tuesday, last night was off-road racing. Friday is the road course, 7 o'clock. Saturday, off-road racing. And Sunday, drag racing at 1 o'clock. Now, here's the reason we are early. I have with me a special guest. Let's get her in here. This is, look here. This is my very special granddaughter, Mia. This is Mia Racer. Can you say hi to everybody? It's going to be her nap time soon. She just got done. She's all, look at that pretty face. Oh, my Mia. Hey, I'm Mia. Smile right there. Your cousin, Amber, from Mobile, Alabama, saying hi. So, I wanted to have her on here with me because this is my precious little granddaughter. And someday, either I'll be a huge star and you'll say you were on this show with me, or I will fade into oblivion and you'll say this is that thing that made you crazy and drove Grandma nuts. So, either way, I want to say a very, very special hello to my beautiful granddaughter, Mia. Can you say hi to everybody? Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. Hi. We're going to give her back to Mom. That's what it's all about for me. I couldn't be more excited. My granddaughter, Mia. I want to thank you all so very much for joining us here. Part of ORP TV. That's going to do it. Don't forget to join us back here Sunday at 6 p.m. on Facebook. Help us spread the word that ORP TV is the only place for coverage of local and professional dirt track, asphalt, motocross, BMX, go-karts, and more. If it's racing, it's on ORP TV. We'll see you back here. And my cat just jumped up here because she slid in. Say hi, Brady. We'll see you later. For ORP TV, I'm Stag.